Yes, it is later than usual, but I think we can manage this. We're doing a little bit of testing here. I need to make an announcement. The app's coming along nicely, I want to say. It's coming along. I just added some chat features, but we'll see how it goes. All right, let's make that announcement and we'll continue development. I don't want to be too caught up in it, but you know, I don't want to also leave it too early where there's nothing going on. I've been testing chat by myself, so it's probably a little messy over here. We'll see. Hopefully no lag and no connection issue. All of this like networking issue probably is going to be a problem. Hey, Mikori. Welcome, welcome. You are indeed first. This must be the hour that works for you. All right, you want to plant some seeds, Mikori? Mind you, the point you use right now is going to basically be wasted because it's going to reset every time I do something. Here, hold on, let me set up the stream setting. Twitch Godot app. That's not it. Hold on. I'm working on it. Let me figure this out real quick. It's the... Wait, this... Is this one? Or this one? Is it... Must be this. No? Is it? It is. Okay. Then I can... Oh, wait. Maybe it is not that one. Why is it completely black? I thought it's supposed to be like transparent. It's not doing the transparent thing. I guess I still need to put a little thing on it. Let me see if it's working. Okay. There it is. It's tiny, I know. I'm trying to figure it out here. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah, even if I do transparent thing, it's not quite working. I feel like I do need to do still color key. Color key? Just give me a second. You guys can add your own thing too, by the way. Yeah, I'm doing the transparency right now. I have the game so that the transparency is on my screen, but through the little stream thing, it's not working. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Just give me a second here. Color key. We'll do some sort of green, but we're gonna choose a very specific green here. Let's see. Hide this real quick. See, and also the whole like transparency thing is confusing because I can't click any of the things while the game is in the front. So it is a little bit annoying. Ooh, that's pretty intense. Hold on. Turn this on. Oh, allow transparency. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what I need to do. Hold on. Boom. Is it working now? Yes, it is working. Okay. Something's missing here, though. Mikuri says, well, I have class in half an hour, so lol. No, just refund them. Finally, Mikuri. Hey, Void. Why is it so tiny? I don't know. Hello. Is it working? It's supposed to have little chat thing now. It seems like it's missing the name. Let me see. I had a name card. There you go. So right now, if you can, well, you can only have your chat coming out if you plant a seed. All right, everybody, or not everybody, don't everybody all at once, but plant your seeds right now and see what it looks like. Redeem plant seed. Okay. Once you plant a seed, your chat's going to show up. I think. Also, there's a little bit of overlap because it's a random position. Right? Okay. Hopefully it'll be a berry folks eventually. So basically, if you want to be on the screen, you will have to plant the seeds or pop your little character. But once you already have them collected, hey, don't overwater them. I don't have it programmed yet. But it should work. I think everybody can get one. Hey, Valve's Art, welcome. Only thing is that I can't see it myself. Hold on, the name is not showing up, is it? Seems like the names are not coming up. I gotta turn on these names real quick. Everybody's... Oop, not rain. There you go. I think everybody's name's on now. Right? Yay! Oh, no. Mine is covering Mikori's, but it's okay. We'll figure that out eventually. I mean, that's why I made it a little bit smaller, so everybody can be there. Oh, Mikori's got the big plant. I see. Isn't it cute? It's nice, right? It's working. I probably need to provide a little bit of gap so that it shows better. Maybe? Here. No, they don't die. No. It's not complete yet. Just give me a second. I'm doing what I can, okay? You can't overwater them. There's no next state, Mikori. Don't test it yet. I need to make the next state. Right now, there's only two plants. Emote's working. Good. That took me a while. All right. And I think basically I'm going to make it so that every feature is based on your presence on the board, basically on the stream. So like you need the strawberry folks and then you can swap to different things and you can dress them and stuff like that. Kuli says, Mikori, yours look thirsty. I think it needs water. And I don't know if you noticed, I changed the rain animation. So we got it. Okay. I guess, hold on, I'm gonna hide mine. Mine is, we don't need mine in there. So Mikori, you can have your own spot. That's pretty cool, right? What do you guys think? I think it's fun. Okay. So I need to make a flowering stage and then the fruiting stage and have the little strawberries walk around. And it would be awesome whenever somebody does like the wheel spin and stuff like that. The wheel comes up and then the strawberry jumps up and spins the wheel. Whoever's spinning the wheel. But that's a way in the future. That's a way scope creep. That way, I think I can afford to make the chat window smaller. Like, I can do this over here, maybe? I'm gonna have to think about this one. Because I wonder if I can just make it just shorter. Is there a setting for this? Chat box. Theme. Boxed. What does boxed do? Yeah. And then I wonder. And so we can have this. I wonder if we can trim this out. Transform. So we trim the top part. So I'm going to trim, I don't know, 500. That's a lot. 200 or 300. This should be good. So then it's a little bit cleaner, right? Should I do it here? Somewhere that's not in the way. There you go. I think that's a little bit better. What do you think? Well, unless I put it right here. There you go. That looks nice. Okay, good. I think that's good. Thanks for the sub, somebody, I'm guessing. I got a notification here. Sorry, I'm a little busy here trying to be a streamer here. Natalie, welcome. Thanks for the sub on YouTube. All right. Look at that. Now we have few main people who's committed represented here with your little chats. Lovely, lovely. Unfortunately, the emotes animation doesn't really play on the chat box. Mikori says, I say crop it a bit more or make it a bit smaller. Covers your face a bit. Oh, it does? Okay. Let's see. Or I can make my face a little bigger. Do one of these. And then I'll make the chat box a little bit more trimmed. Or I can make it smaller and trim it less. Do it like that. Is that better? I think so. Lock this, and then I'll lock my camera. Boom. Should be good. Yeah. See, we're getting there. Voice says, I wonder if we could summon Barry Thulu. I think that should be like a group goals sometimes, like for boss fights. Mikori says, nice shirt. Thank you. Ist Kunst says, it's art. But yeah, let's figure this out. I guess we gotta make it so that you guys can plant more and actually spawn the berry. Can you see this yellow line? Is this actually part of the thing? Why is this showing up? I feel like this shouldn't be in there. The yellow line is in the stream. Oh, it is. Huh. What is that about? Let me see. The berry area. I wonder why. Is it because I selected it? Is it gone now? Yeah, it is. It was indicating what I was selecting, I guess. Huh, weird. Okay. See, the potential is limitless, everyone. This is kind of exciting. Okay. What else? We got to make sure that the name is showing up visibly. And then I didn't change any visibility here. Oh, yes. We got to make the next one for the flowering. So let's draw the flowering. Strawberry plant progress images. And I'm not lagging either, right? No more lags. Good. Perfect. We're getting there. Eventually I will have to zoom in the monitor a little bit so that there's like a little overlay, but it's something. Okay, I think I'm looking at something like this. So this is the next one, I think. Not sure how I'm going to do this, but we'll get there. So we have the sprout. We got the spawn. We got the little thing. We need a layer to represent little plants growing. Not sure how I'm going to do this efficiently. This is actually very difficult. Oh, hydrate. There you go. Wow. Look at us go. We got all these fancy features now. I don't know how well you can hear it or not, but I heard that in my ear very vividly and very loudly. Okay. Well, let's draw this plant then. I think I'm gonna copy, probably make a new frame here as a sample. And then the next stage, I guess we gotta make it so that it does a dramatic pop-up. Ooh, I wonder if I can add more of these leaves, just flip and flop. Let me see. So if we have growth sprout, let's hope that it doesn't mess with what's already there, though. Cooley says, how long until we can take over the stream with redemption? Yeah, that's a little bit of my concern. It's possible. We need to figure it out so that it doesn't like overflow everything, but I know we're getting there. Okay, well, let me see. If I put this right here, will it mess up with everyone's plants right now? Nope, it won't, I think. Okay, good. I'm going to add animated sprite. Maybe I'll make a copy of this grown sprout, and we'll say sprout extension 1. I think stop watering them. I promise there's nothing more you can do here. I think I might have to just draw it, honestly. I'm going to delete this. All right. Go back to empty. Go back to empty. Are they persistent or reset every stream? Right now, they reset every stream. I didn't come up with the persistence logic yet. But what I do think is maybe once you get a berry folk, or like by planting and watering it, every stream you can use chat command to spawn them in. And then once you collect enough berry folk, you can choose like which skin you're going to use and like what equipments to put on and stuff like that. Yeah. Mikuri says, but if you don't show up and water it every stream, they wilt away. You know what? That would be funny feature to give like a withering strawberry. Yeah, I think that could be fun. People might get attached to the berry folk and be like, oh no, my berry folk is dying. Good idea. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just kind of draw on top of this real quick. So something like this. So just basic silhouette real quick to show you what I'm trying to do. So like that. Right? That's what it looks like. Yeah. And then flower. I don't know how many stages is necessary. I guess it depends on how expensive a single redemption is. Right? So at base, it kind of looks like this. It's kind of cute and fun, I think. I think I'm doing okay with this image. Right. And then the flower would be one of these things. Ugh, this animation is gonna be so expensive to draw, though. All right. So we definitely need something where it goes from. This needs to be on top, I think. Put that on top. Hide this real quick. Corley says you can add customization as well. Yeah, that's the plan. I actually want the customization to have some sort of like meaning to it. For example, like we can have like a battle royale mode suddenly where everybody has like few seconds to equip their strawberry folk with certain gears. And then they just kind of fight each other. And then whoever is remaining is the winner or whatever. Or have like sectors like Barry Thulu versus whatever. I don't know what it was. And then like you can be part of the team. And then like some sort of like the sector fight. So I guess it's like my stream is becoming a whole game instead of just development, but I think it can be interesting. Mikori says small plant, slightly bigger, then flower, then white small strawberry, then strawberry folk. Like, isn't that too crazy? I feel like that's too much commitment. You don't think that's like too punishing to have to wait that long for you to actually get something? Here. I'll do onion skin real quick so I can see. So right here, what I want is a little bit of going like this. Boom. And then over here, what we want is we want to shoot out like so. And it's going like that. Going like that. Let's see. So we go from bop, bop, bop. Hopefully that kind of shows, it looks like that at least. Because some of the spawns is kind of like that. We just need a little bit of shading, I think, to give that little feel. Do a little bit of this. So we'll add like a little bulbous look to it. kind of feel curled in, maybe. Do a little bit of boom, boom. And then that means I'm going to clean this line up a little bit. Mistake says, I'll finish the book widget. Sorry, it's taking a long time. It's okay. We barely are finishing this thing up. It's going to take a while. We need to have this completed before we can have the weapons and everything for the little berry folk. It's a hard process. It's definitely a hard process. Of course, it's maybe a bit too much. Yeah, I think going from baby sprout to flower to fruit is a good enough step, honestly. A little bit of shading here as well. So we go here. I think we definitely want to color this in a little bit. Like the base gets darker. Like so. I'm going for that, like, you know, that look of modern pixel art games where now they do the whole like, oh, this is digital rendering. Like they use a shader to make the pixel art instead of actually being a pixel art. That's just kind of the feeling of what this is. But actually it's hand drawn. I don't know if this will work, but we'll see. So we got boom, boom, boom. Welcome to the stage. Mistake says, this looks really good, by the way. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. I'm doing what I can. Oh, more hydrate. Now, see, I can't miss the hydrate anymore, like, because I can actually hear it. Terabyte says, hello, hi. Now I'm going to be overhydrated from all the people trying to make me drink water. Guys, I know water is good for you, but I don't think we need to drink that much. Voice says, watching Ezra do art is really calming. Is it? I feel pretty panicked every time I do it, because it's like sometimes the shape I want doesn't really show up in the art, and that gets really frustrating for me. You know? But it is a process. I do like the calmness of like doing just one dot at a time. It's giving Bob Ross. Do everybody remember Bob Ross? Wait, that is the name, right? Am I crazy? No, that is the name. Like so. I gotta do one of these. This is the model right here, by the way. Cooley says, I think pixel art in general is relaxing. Booyah Grandma says, just one dot at a time. That's good life advice, though. Oh, it is true. It is true. I mean, look, I do think that learning pixel art is probably a good anger management lesson. I have to say. I guess any art can be that. Not just pixel art, but okay. All right. Cool, cool, cool. So we have that. Then we'll do a little bit of just a tiny bit of dimensionality. I don't want to do too much. Like, it doesn't have to be like full-fledged description. Once again, the main thing that I like to do with pixel art is always just get the feeling. Just the, what I say? There's a word that I say all the time. The illusion of detail, but not the actual detail. The illusion of detail. Uh-huh. Boom. Maybe this is better. Hypnotic says, oh, Hypnotic Spear's here. Hey, can Hypnotic Spear tell Hypnotic a message? No, just kidding. Hypnotic says, nah, dye the canvas green, then erase until you have what you want. That's one way to do it. You know, sculpting method is an actual method of art. But Hypnotic, look, we have a little stream thing. Did you notice? I'm working on it. So this is a Twitcher thing where people can plant little seeds and grow their own berry folk. So we have a test version right now working. So if you redeem plant seed, you can have a board presence. When I say board presence, I mean you can have a little chat presence in the stream to have an opportunity for your chat to show up on the stream. Little mini game. I think I have a lot of plans for it. I'm pretty excited about all the things we could do with it. One fear I have, I think I mentioned this before, is that instead of people coming for watching the stream, they're like just here for playing the mini game, which I guess I can't complain about if they do that. But you know, let's see. Gonna add the really darks. Thanks for the follow, Bencha Kim. Hypnotic says, nice, Twitcher for the win. Yeah, Twitcher is so awesome. I did have a little hiccup though. I noticed, okay, while developing yesterday, I noticed that my stream was like lagging while I was running the test. And then it turns out it was lagging whenever the Twitcher was receiving a message. I was like, what's going on? And so the fix I gave, which isn't really a fix, I don't know why I fixed it, but basically I noticed that the Twitcher was processing connection and messages in the editor as well as in the tester. So basically it was doing double the work. And I think there was some sort of like, I don't know. I think there was some sort of like race condition and not processing everything and whatnot. So I had to add a little code saying, do not pull the server if it is in the engine, meaning if it is in the editor. Because all the Twitcher stuff has a tool tag, so it's doing double the process. And now it's not lagging. I'm not sure if that's the actual official fix or not. I have to ask Connie if they made it like on purpose, if the editor running the polling is on purpose or not. That's something I need to figure out. So yeah. Where Voice says, yeah, like war. Not really. Yeah, I don't know if we want to be that violent. Killerman says, hi there. What is your advice on getting out of tutorial hell? I'll tell you something real quick. Victor Josie, how are you? Hello, Victor. Welcome, welcome. Tutorial hell, you know, do not sweat it too much. I know a lot of people complain about, or not complain, but worry about tutorial hell. That is, it really depends on what you define tutorial hell to be. So first of all, what is tutorial hell for you? Is it the fact that whenever you try to make a game, you can't do it without watching a tutorial? Is that the problem you're having? Or is it that you just can't come up with an idea? That's one thing to identify, first of all. Now, if your worry is that, man, I want to make games, but I don't know how to make the things I want without watching a tutorial first ever, I think then if that's the case, then you need to start asking yourself some specific questions while watching a tutorial. I gave this advice to people before who was asking about how do I get started in programming in general. The main thing is you definitely want to follow a very specific question. The trick to escaping and being able to think for yourself and come up with your own solution is being able to ask the right questions or actually having a curiosity. Because without curiosity, you're definitely not getting answers. Oh, it's going the opposite direction. Oh, this lighting is wrong. I'm going to have to redo the color here. Anyways, does that make sense? Oh, wait, it's on the wrong side. This needs to go. I need to shift this out, actually. Ooh, that's not good. I chose the wrong color. Yeah. I'll do this. Okay. Oh, sorry. Long story. I'll stop and answer first. So when you're following a tutorial, you should obviously follow a tutorial where you learn basic concepts. Cool. After that, while learning, you need to start asking questions like, wait, I don't quite understand what that is. Or like notice anytime you're like, I'm not really sure what's happening there. Instead of giving up or just like hand waving and say, oh, let me figure out next time, you have to be like, let me find out what that's about. And then get into the habit of researching it. Because at the end of the day, even us who's like out of tutorial hell, we still are looking for new information online all the time. We're searching information all the time. It's not like we know everything all of a sudden. It's just that we got into the habit of learning how to find answers, very specific answers and very specific questions that we have when developing. So for example, when you first start Godot, you follow the general tutorial and say you made a platformer, right? And they did some sort of movement logic and you go, okay, well, this is a left-right button, but what if I wanted to use some other button? Like making this like extension of the question of like, oh, why does it have to be this way? And then after you start asking those specific questions and you learn some of the basics, now you can get into a specifics of, okay, I want to make this genre. So you look for how to make this genre, and then you dive into it. And then you're still going to get some concepts that you're unfamiliar with, and you're going to start asking those questions. And guess what happens then? You learn the terms. So before you might have been like, how to detect when things run into each other. You learn that the term is collision. Now you have a word collision. You take that word and you search for that word, say how to do collision in Godot. And then now you're like expanding your knowledge, you're expanding your vocabulary. And knowing the vocabulary is important because that's how you communicate with others. So yeah, it's a long process. I don't know. I mean, you probably knew this already, but that's where it's at, I think. Killer says pieces of code. Yeah. Cooley says, chaotic method. Love it. Yeah. Welcome to Mistakes says, I think my pixel art is going to look wacky, but oh well. No, I think your pixel art has flavor. I think it has very much like a stylistic approach. I like it. Otherwise, I would stop you. Oh, is Mikori causing chaos in Hypnotic Chat? That's funny. But yeah, Killer Moon. I mean, tutorial hell is kind of rite of passage, but at the same time, I believe you'll be able to run away. Run away is a very strong word, but you know what I mean. Okay, I think I'm going to fix the palette real quick because I noticed that the colors are wrong. So I'm going to do this. We have this, and then the other color right now is this one. And what I'm going to do here is choose the right color here. So we have this, we're going to shift it down, saturate it up, maybe like slightly darker. And then we're going to come down here, saturate it down and slightly darker. And then maybe we'll have one more. I'm not sure if this is necessary, but we'll see. Hopefully we won't need this, but we'll do that. So we're going to replace all the bright colors here, and then here. I guess I should do one at a time. And then the next bright color will be this. Oh, maybe I should use this one instead. And then do the next bright color like that. I guess I should do one layer at a time. There's a lot going on, so okay. This. The darkest color is this. Hold on. I guess it does jump kind of suddenly. I'm going to take this actually. I'm going to reserve some of the darkest color for really dark spots, honestly. So I'll do, oops, one of these. Oop. Okay. There you go. We're going to color this out. The crevices take the darkest color. So, nice. Boom, boom, boom. This one needs to be replaced. Okay. All right. And then this one, we just need to, I mean, this is just a copy of this, so I think I'm going to just delete these real quick and just extend these. Nice. Second layer. Killer says, thank you. Pretty informative answer. Yeah, no problem. I mean, we've all been there. I think the best thing I always say is like, you just need to learn to break things down and open it up, as always. It's easier said than done for sure. No doubt about that. Okay. I have to add some darks here, but we'll see. The darks. Ah. I mean, the high contrast is nice. So we'll see. Okay. I'm going to go heal all these things now. We have this sprouting out. I think some of the core centers would be a little bit darker. So I'll put that in here, a little bit of shadow here. And then explode. The stems will still take the dark colors here. On some of the transition, I'll make it a little bit smoother. And then I think make this color over here. Like that. Just making this transitions a little bit smoother here. And then comes over here. Just one slight bit of contrast. Bit more contrast for fun. We're adding that contrast here. Boop, boop. Okay. And then over here, same thing. So we go boo, da, da, da. Yeah, we just need to make sure similar sections are colored. A dark color. Like that. And then we have this one that's going to be covering a lot of these. Probably do one of these things, honestly. Boom, 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 like so. I'm looking at this, by the way, in order to get a bigger picture. If I'm focused on this itself, it's really hard to see what it looks like as a big overall feel. So I need to make sure that I'm not over rendering the transitions, because problem with over rendering transitions of the color can make it look too smooth for the style, you know, is how I feel, at least. I mean, whatever I say is never a gospel. So, all right, so we have something like that. Cool. All right, let me update the sprite sheets. We have the spawning and this right here. Export sprite sheet. Layout. This one, I think, is the baby sprout. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I might have to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have this thing. Hopefully that doesn't break it. Let me just make sure. Got the spawn image. Where voice says no BG today. No BG? What's a BG? Oh, no background music? I mean, we haven't done background music in a while. Intervision, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I didn't see her follow earlier. Tanuki says, hi, can I chill here? Yeah, of course. Also, sorry, I was really focusing here, so I didn't realize. Okay, I only missed you by 2 minutes, so we should be okay. The game bomb with the sweat emote, okay. The game bomb says, hello, mommy. Oh, okay. All right, game bomb. Relax. Kelso says, hi, daddy. Or Kelso says, hi, Ezra. The game bomb says, hi, daddy. Hello, mommy. All right, relax. Victor says, do you think about the light source before creating an image, like direction and angle? Yes, I do. I don't always keep true to it. Now, of course, if you want your drawing to be believable, you do need to kind of pay attention to it. But, you know, all right, I might have to fix this, actually. I'm going to do this, merge it down, name it as baby sprite. So generally, yes, I do say like, oh, it's on the top or top left, top front, top back. But the thing about pixel art, you can't be too caught up in it sometimes because, okay, I think it's working. Because in the name of clarity, okay, why is it so fast? Anyways, because sometimes you need to make sure that the pixel art reads clearly. You have to break the rule of where the light is coming from in order to make it stand out well. And that's kind of part of the trick and like skill of having to manage that, which can become really tricky. But generally speaking, yes. In my head, I have a general idea of where the light is. Try to be consistent as much as can. Kelso Where voice says, so it was all in my head then. Oh yeah. Never background music. Kelso says, hi Daddy, love it. Jesus. Cooley says, what is happening? Where voice says, don't worry about it. Kelso says, you're too late. All right, everyone. By the way, if you're on Twitch chat, I have the test on. If you want your little plant, well, it's not persistent, by the way. It's going to be reset every stream at this point. But if you redeem this test redeem, plant berry seed, the 500 one, then you get a little plant on the screen where your chat will show up. Hopefully it'll be permanent next time, but basically that's what we're doing right now. So do use it if you wanna, and it kind of gives me a way to test what's going on. Loke says, where do you go for references? I mean, I used to do a lot of Pinterest, like Google search, and whatnot. I've heard a lot of people saying like AI is good for just searching up references now, but I don't know. Like something about AI reference for me is like, it's not. Sometimes I don't know. Like I know it's believable, but I know for a fact that it's not a photo, right? Like it's just something that's been invented somewhere from the ether. So I'm like, do I trust it even if it looks good? Is the kind of idea. The Game Bomb. What's wrong, Game Bomb? Are you okay? Over here, we don't like spams too much, so be careful. Tanuki is chilling. I think I answered Victor here. Okay, everybody's been answered. Oh, we got the sound effect is kind of. I keep saying it's actually kind of fun. Good for reminding. All right, so we got the spawning image and then the sway. So we'll do this one now. Sprite sheet for the baby sprout. I think it's the same, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do that one. Yes. I don't think I have to fix anything here. Grown sprout. We got the spawning. And then we got the default sway. Nice. Okay. I think you guys are still there, right? Oh, what's happening here? The plants are freaking out. Hold on. I did something to them. Oh, hold on. I think me updating the animation just kind of missed it sometimes. The plant is permanently spawning right now. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. I got you. I'll fix you. Hold on. Let me make sure. Wait, how come everybody's freaking out here? Hey, hold on. Let me restart. Don't do anything. I'll refund some of you guys. Manage requests. Reject Kelso, accept hydrate. I'll reject some of these things. I mean, mods have infinite, right? Cooley says, the Game Bomb, why are you like this? Actually, you know what? You guys are both mods, aren't you? There. You guys can do as you please later, but keep an eye on him. Cooley. I'll mod you on YouTube as well. Standard. Shaolin says, where you do the pixel art, and is it free or paid? So Sprite is what I use. It's the software I use. It's known for its free version. Like you can get, if you build it yourself by downloading the source code, then it is free. But I have a paid version, and I paid it from Itch, but it's also available on Steam. Cooley says my plant seems to be having a seizure. Yeah. Hold on, just give me a second. Let me test it. Don't replant your stuff just yet. I guess for testing, I should make it really cheap so everybody can do it without worrying about losing their points too much. But don't spam it. I still need to properly test it here. Plant seed, I'll make it, I don't know, 100 points. Save. And then watering, I'll make it 100 as well. Water. Very cheap. Okay. Oh, gee. the game bot just got modded. Good. I don't know what happened, but sounds great. Shaolin's okay, so I already answered Shaolin. Cool. All right. I'm gonna restart the program real quick. See if it's opening it up properly. I think so. I'll do the first testing here. We'll add a seed. Redeem. Okay. Oh. That animation is not right. Hold on. I think I messed up the animation here. That's correct. But that's a grown sprout. So start empty. Baby sprout. Oh. I see. So I gotta fix some of these animations actually. Just give me a second, okay? Okay, we're gonna do gachapon. Berry seed. We got the baby sprout, which is 64 by 64. Oh. Small plant. Okay, hold on. I think I export sprite sheet. This is a baby sprout. This needs to be a small plant. Yes, export. And then this is baby sprout. Export. That's what happened. There you go. Sway. Baby sprout. Oh, another crash. Huh, anytime I update the sprite sheet, it seems like it's crashing. Ezra looks like the one person who's telling a scary ghost story in a movie. Why? Oh, because of the inverse light? Yeah, it's a little bright right now. Long time ago. Should I change the lighting? You know what? It's okay. I'm going to go with this, honestly. There's a reflected light down here. It's really bright. Right? Yeah, I mean, some light variation. Yeah, wow. That under the chin light is kind of strong. Scary. I mean, I guess I could get rid of some of these. Let me see. If I put something dark there, it's not going to reflect. It's pretty bright out here today. Where voice says, Ez, can you tell us a story? Scary or folklore will do. Okay. Cooley says, got him. Blood says, if you still want to get banned, stay for a few minutes. Nice. Victor says, do you review subscribers game? Sometimes when I have the time and mood. That used to be something that I used to do. Especially during Game Jam time. If you've been around, I mean, obviously, whenever people are like, hey, Ezra, play my game real quick and tell me what you feel, we do that. But in order for you to share your game, we usually ask you to share it on our Discord. So if that's something that you can't do, then, but the mods will direct you to an appropriate spots. All right, let me do the spawn here. Okay. That's better. I think we're back to normal here. I'm not sure what happened there, but at least I think the plants look a little better now. All right. Let's see. I'm going to plant my seeds again. Ooh. All right, we're back. We're back in game, everyone. Plant your seeds. Plant your seeds. Whoever hasn't done it before. Can you water without having a seed? Right now, it'll just ignore it. Let's not do edge testing just yet. I also don't have... Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm going to hide myself. Apparently, I'm right next to you, McQuarrie, here. I'll get rid of my plants. I'm sure that's... There you go. I've got void. It's even tinier now. Is it? Is it tinier? It's kind of cute. We can't make it too big because I don't want it to like block things, you know. Water it. Void says it is. Is it? Really? That's kind of funny. I don't think I changed anything. Whoa. Something's lagging, I think. Let me close Discord just in case. Oh, I'm lagging. Your Godot is doubled. My Godot is doubled. Hold on. I don't think it's using the right... Allow transparency. I don't know which one it is. Running. One of these. There you go. Right? Is that correct? I'm so confused. McQuarrie says change the match priority. Match priority? What is that? Hold on. Match priority. Oh. Match title, otherwise find window of the same type. Window title must match. Is that what we're doing? Okay. Capture audio. We don't have to do that, I think. Hook rate. What's a hook rate? Whatever. There you go. Is it working? I think it's working. Tanuki says, yeah, it looks like it's good now. Hold on. Am I disconnecting? I'm noticing that the YouTube stream is panicking a little bit. It's always a risk here. All right, nice. Tanuki says, what happened with the screen? The Godot looks like shadowing. Yeah, I don't know. It was doing all kinds of stuff. I gotta make sure. Oh my goodness. Something's happening. We got this. We got Godot screen. Ah! Godot's lagging. What's happening here? I can't click on anything on the... Oh, there it is. I don't know what was happening there. McQuarrie, are you like... Is your spamming breaking my stream right now? I can't do anything. It won't let me do anything. Hold on. I'm going to close the playback. I don't know. Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Uh-huh. I can't click the screen for some reason. Huh. Cooley says your Godot is now Godot. Yeah, exactly. It's because of the window. Which window? What do you mean? We have a bunch of technical difficulties. What is this? A group. Okay. I'm going to close this for now. Just got to resolve some of this thing. I think it's okay for now. Oh! Oh, I stopped. Wait, hold on. Jeez. Okay, I'm going to close this. Hey, Null Studio, welcome. All right. Okay, one more time. Null Studio says, what are you working on today? We're working on our little stream or Twitch app. Should you call it Twitch overlay? Little Twitch stream interaction game thing where people can have some interaction with me through this game, so to speak. So we've been working on it. Obviously, we're having a lot of technical issues here, but that's why I made the redemption really cheap. Okay. Let's see if it's working still. I think it's doing it right now. Okay. Cool. All right. Sorry, Mikori. Or everybody plant your seeds again. Null Studio says, nice, I'm making a Pico 8 game. Oh, cool. Pico 8 game looks pretty cute. I liked it when I saw it. And while people are planting their little seeds. Yeah, do a slow spawn. McCoy says, it's so weird seeing a regular color of the Godot theme. I set mine to dark mode and seeing Hypno Purple, the blue is just like, Hey, I trust a normal design. Okay. Are your chats coming out? Is your chat working when you chat on the window? I'm looking. Yes. Okay. Nice. Cooley says, nice. If you want, you can share your game in the Discord. Yes, you can. Make sure you check little check mark in the rule section. All right, now that we have that settled, finally, let me finish this one. Oh my gosh, it's actually really bright. Let me close the window. Let's see. I might have to do some lighting here, adjustment. That's not bad. Actually, that brightness is not too bad either. Let's see. If I bring this over, is that too much? No, it feels a little bit fake, huh? Okay, I'm gonna just use work with natural lighting today. This one is right here. We'll do a little dim. There you go. Okay. I think that's okay. All right. Little better. I can actually see my screen without blinding myself. Null Studio says, cool, just joined. Welcome, welcome. I got to test a game file my music maker sent me. Okay. Test up. We might be able to play eventually. We'll see. All right. How many plants do we have right now? We have Void, Cooley, and Mikori right next to each other. All right. Cool. Sick. All right. Let me finish making the plant here. Yep. And then do one of these. Oh, my wrists hurt so much right now. Got to make sure I stretch. I feel like my YouTube is crashing. Hold on. Let me see. I keep seeing a notification saying that YouTube is not receiving enough video information. Okay, well, it is. Huh. It's just lying to me, I guess. Weird. Everybody's just playing the minigame now. All right. You guys wait. I mean, eventually we'll get the little berry folk working. It'll be really fun times out here. Maybe this, like, the darkest green is a little bit too dark, perhaps. I might have to use this very sparingly. Kind of don't like it. So we got boop, like that, right? And we're converting this color. And then we're going to have this go like this. Oh, my eyes are definitely just tired in general. Staring at screen all day can be quite the endeavor. I should probably blink every now and then. Probably a good idea. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna add a little bulb here. That's good too. And then a bit of cuts. The core shadow and the rim light. It's gonna catch this. And then this one. Just the boundaries. A little bit softer boundary for the nice effect. Okay. And then the darkest of the darks. There you go. Boom. And we'll make it a little bright in some of the highlight portions. I think that's okay. So we go boop, pop, and then I think to make sure that some of the darkest part is having the right association, we probably want to do one of these things. That's okay. Yeah, there you go. So we'll go boop, spawn, correct. And on this, we're gonna change this and use this like that. Cool. All right, now we're talking. All right, we can get back to fixing this plant real quick. Victor says, do you think that you need a color between the darkest green and the medium green? Yeah, I think so. No, I agree. Reason I'm avoiding it right now is because that means if I'd have to make the correction right now, I'm gonna have to go back to all the other sprite and then redo it, and I'm like not about that at this point. So I mean, contrast has always been a little difficult for me conceptually. Oh man, why is my eye so tired? Hold on. I think that like being in that really bright sun earlier really messed with my light perception right now. My eyes feel super tired right now. Watch me go blind live on stream. That'd be tragic. The things I say. Okay. A little bit of that. I think that can be fun. There you go. Not bad. Okay. The spawn is here. The hard part now is this like gentle sway. Ugh. That's gonna be really pain in the butt, but we'll see. So we got spawn, settle. And then it's gonna do a little gentle sway in the wind. That's gonna be a little bit of pain, but we'll do it. We'll make it 1, 2, 3 stage sway, subpixel animation. Victor says, contrast is hard. Try turning on a gray tone or grayscale filter off, on, and off. Yeah, that definitely helps a lot. I'm just trying to use the really dark color because I'm trying to limit my palette. I'm not trying to... That's also another thing I tried to do. So we'll see. Otherwise, we can just update the whole pixel thing. So we'll see. Maybe they could be a little bigger. I wonder if it needs to be like 3.5 instead of 3.1. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Wait, is the watering not working, guys? Or are you guys just out of points? Should I make watering free? Or do you guys have enough points? Maybe I'll make it... Here, let me make it really cheap so you guys don't feel like you need to reserve points for it. Plant seed is 100. Water seed... Let's make it 10. For now. I want to see my plant suffer from science. Unfortunately, there's no withering mechanic. Okay. All right. Have this sway a little bit. Gosh, I don't want to do it. It's so much work. Okay. I'll have it sway just a tiny bit. So let's do this one first. So I'm thinking the way I'm going to do it is have it grow like that. Like that. Just moving the line a little bit. So it's going to go boop, boop. Like that. Yeah. And like that. That's good. I'll have some of these things like that. And maybe shift over a little bit. Bum, bum. Just got very subtle, just tiny bit of shift. Enough to say, oh, something moved, but overall shape doesn't actually change. That's the idea, at least. So we get a little bit of color shift, a little bit of shape shift. Like that, maybe. And this is kind of a subtle movement. So I got to be careful with what I do here. Dum, dum. Yeah. Okay. There you go. This one is swaying a little bit. I might have to lift this up a little bit like this. So it goes from down to up. So it's like going from this to this. Very subtle. And maybe shading changes a little bit. There you go. And that means this one will sway over too. The transition part doesn't necessarily have to be pretty, right? Because it still does the work. There you go. Just a subtle work. I'm noticing that there's no connection here, so I might have to connect these like that. That's good. So go from here to here. I can make this come up a little bit. Okay, so we got doom, doom. Ooh, very subtle animation. That just really pretty little sway in the wind feel. That. Okay. It's definitely ugly looking, but once again, it's a mid transition, so it's okay. Very subtle. Boom. And then one last frame for this guy would be something like where we'll have it dip down one more. So we'll go one more here. Like so. Like that. Boom, boom, boom. Give it a little light here. There you go. Beautiful. And then do some transitions. And then give a little bit of more depth here. It's got boop, boop. Pop one out. Boom, boom. A little bit too much. I'll pop it here. There you go. Move the shape inside. There you go. Dum dum. Invasion of the shadow. Move it over a little bit. And then have this shift over. Maybe like that even. Bum bum. And have this go like that. Cut this. And then have this poke out. Yeah, and then maybe one more. There you go. Pretty. Little subtle movements. There you go. I'll have this sway out. Maybe go out one. Go up. Shift up. go in and then shift this to be a little bit more innards. Like that. I need to shift this shape because I can see that it feels a little bit too static. I'm going to cut this out and put one right here so it feels like it's moving. Not bad. Okay, so if you look at it right here, it looks like it's doing a little slow sway in the wind, right? BrainsApp says, how are the pixels? Pixels are great. BrainsApp, plant a tree. In the redeem section, redeem the testing plant berry seed. See what happens. Anytime new people come in, I'm just going to be like, plant a seed, plant a seed. Yeah, Cooley says, pixels are pixeling. Yeah, we're doing our best right now. Oh, nobody's got their little youngling yet. Everybody's just a little seedling or germination or whatever it's called. All right, so that's only one of the branches. Now I got to do the rest. I guess I'm thinking this will dip in this way, which means this whole thing will dip in that way, meaning it's going to try to increase the curve here. Thanks for the follow, Null Studio. I think I'm going to do a light color here for the sake of the connection thing. And we'll probably shift it up a little bit, like so. And add a little bit of shading color. Oh, my eyes. I need to be careful. I'm looking too closely. This is how you get bad eyesight. I see. Somebody just planted something. I could hear it. Isn't it cute? I love it. Potential is endless. I'm pretty excited about this, honestly. Maybe a little more excited than I should be. But it's fun. Fun little thing. Renegade says, it's me. Except he wrote, it's me. Cooley says, get out, head out, I mean. Yeah, I'm tired. Sorry. I guess, I don't know. I thought maybe like streaming a little later than usual would help people feel a little bit less rushed into things. But I guess not. Cooley says, all right, I gotta get out for dinner. Take care of the plants for me. Also enjoy the rest of the week. I'll be traveling for work, so I won't be around. Oh, I see. Bye, Cooley. Thanks for stopping by. Victor says, oh, no, we already read that. Never mind. Sorry. I didn't mean to confuse you, Victor. All right. We're definitely going to copy this part and then put this out like that. Oh, that's not. There you go. Go boop. One more tick, which I think would finally move it over. And I think it can grow like that. Doom, doom. Maybe I shouldn't shift it too much. Boom. Dup. 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 So we'll move the whole bulb here and bring it in a little bit. Make it angle down a little bit, I guess. Like so. Oof. Okay, so we got boom, boom, which we'll point out. Mm-hmm. There you go. Okay. Nice little sway. Victor says lol. Yeah, sometimes when I'm reading these chats, I can't tell if I read it before or not. You know, that's just how it is. No, I'm not defensive. You're defensive. I need to be careful of this line, though. For sure. Just a little bit of shift, I think. Boom, boom. Definitely want that curve still. And I think that's okay. Boom, boom. Just got to make sure I cut this properly. There you go. I think that's okay. Dot, dot. That means this sways up a little. I want it to shift out. So cut one out, bring one down. Do one of these things. And then maybe do one of these. Okay, that's okay. Nalcio says, what channel do I put my game in? It won't let me put in the showcase. Oh, it probably won't let you because you need to click on the rule. So if you go to the rules section, you have to say, okay, I agree to the rule in order to get access to everything else. But once you click this, you should be getting access to everything. You could share it in general, but... Oh, Quilia's like, later stream today? Yes, later stream today. Uh-huh. Null says, weird, I did. Oh, weird. Just put it on general. Is it a download, though? I will regretfully play it as much as I don't like downloading programs during stream. No, everybody's trying to hack me. What do you mean? I'm paranoid. Okay. There you go. Um, dot, 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 dot. Last one. But yeah, as I was saying, I'll get around to it when I can. I do want to finish this before saying I'll try it out. Hey, Eduardo. Eduardo says, hello there. Greeting from Brazil with the cat. You already know what time it is. Uh-oh. You really removed emotes from Scream unsubbing. No. But I have new things, Eduardo. Try this out. Try this out. So reason I disable a lot of the redemption right now is because we're adding new features here. All right. Redeem the testing plant berry seed. Redeem it, and you'll see what's going on. And you'll have a lot more cats to post if you need to. We'll figure it out. Noel Stewart says, I sent it in general. It's pretty basic, and the solo mode isn't set up yet, but that's what I'm working on now. Okay, I'll take a look. Let's see. This is the Null Studios game, I'm guessing. Oh, yes, Pico 8. Wait. Oh, Renegade. You need to fill it up 5 in order to get a little. Maybe 100 is a little too much. You want me to lower it to 10? All right, let's see. How do you play? X to punch. O to kick. What's O? Hold on. Ooh, okay, hold on. I have a reduced keyboard. So it's gonna be tricky. Looks fun. Oh, 2-player mode. Okay, hold on. What's the second player? Second player is Q and W. Okay. Start. How do I start? There it is. I like the animation though. We need a sound whenever there's impact. Hey, no jumping. That's pretty cool though. I like the animation. It's cute. I could see this being fun. Definitely have to play with my friends. It's rare to see a 2-player game, couch co-op game in one of these. Nice. Very cute. I like it. I'll look forward to seeing a single-player version, because right now I can't really test the playability, but overall, I'd say that's pretty good progress. Good job. Kirby Splanet says, hi, Ezra. How are you? I'm doing well. How are you? Hope all is well with you guys. Or with you, I guess, Kirby. We are working on our little Twitch chat integration. So we're testing this thing. If you redeem a test redemption... Oh, you have a good questions. Okay. I mean, hopefully I have answers. No guarantee, though. Here, I'm going to sway this out. I'll draw the rest of this real quick. This might be good. Do boop. And then I might do one of these actually. Okay, this is okay. And then we'll move this over. Uh-huh. A little confusing, but it's okay. The idea is there. Kirby says, are you using GDScript or C#? I am GDScript mostly. I made it a point to stick with GDScript for the most part because I wanted to make sure that whatever is missing in GDScript, I want to notice it so that we can actually participate in improving GDScript if there's any missing features. Because I do like the idea of having this like easy scripting language that allows for more access for people to learn. So whatever you can do in C#, they should make it so that it can be somewhat done in GDScript is the idea, I think, for me at least. There you go. Okay, nice little movement. That feels good. I'll get one more movements in there. I'll have this go like that. Like so, maybe. Okay, not bad. All right, I think I'm gonna call this done. So make a sprite sheet of this. We'll call this grown or flower bud. Got the empty and then the sway. Okay, and then we'll create that one real quick. Sprite, animated sprite 2D. Flower bud. Use sprite frame. Basically in the same location, I think. We want to offset center. Put that all the way up here. I want to make sure that it's lined up with the rest. Kirby says, let's see. Thanks, I just need to figure out how to make an enemy AI. Yeah, that would be fun. I say look into state machine or behavioral tree. Kirby says, can you give me a tour of Godot? And is it possible to use API call in game to send users notifications? I mean, you can. You just need the API service that handles all that. I mean, this itself is kind of the telltale sign of API usage, right? I mean, I'm using plugin, but basically you can still do that. Right now, this is a Twitch integration, meaning I have to call Twitch service API endpoint to authorize and access some of the Twitch features. So this game right now that's running is running to call. So that's possible. So little tutorial, I guess. I mean, look, so it's similar to Unity 2. Godot is mainly you have scenes here, and then you have directories here, and you have properties here. Everything is a scene, so this is called a scene tree, and it's about composite, meaning you add features to the nodes. And basically you have all these different types of nodes, right? Node 2D means 2D representation of the node that can be positioned and transformed. And then you have sprite holder, you have these like UI components, you have like the bodies, physics materials, whatever, different types. And basically you layer and nest these nodes in order to create a scene, so to speak. And basically it's scene all the way down. So I have this main game, you see. We have a main game with a Twitch service, but then I have this over canvas layer, which is like a canvas layer on top to represent the UI. So it doesn't move with the game, but it's on the separate layer. Basically, you know, long story short, you do that. And once you place any nodes in, each node have properties that you can change specific to that type of node. For example, node 2D have transform as a base because it's a 2D representation. Twitch service, for example, will have like OAuth setting and scopes, blah, blah, blah. So simple, you plop down the node that you think will be useful for you, and then you change its property. Now, each one of these, you can have a script, right? So you attach a script here, and then you have all these things where you can customize. There are a few things. This runs when things get added to the tree. A process runs every loop. There's physics process. So there's a loop-based execution, and then there's the command and event-based execution. Speaking of event, sometimes you have these things called signal. Each node, when they are emitting a signal, right? For example, if you're listening to an event, when somebody clicks a button or when something happens, I want to do something, right? The event-based activation can happen from the signal. Each node can have signal based on what they are. For example, button would have a signal called button pressed. And now you can also create your own custom signal to do whatever. So if you're familiar with web-based programming, then you can do signal. So that's that. I mean, that's like the basic rundown of everything that you can do with it. Now you match and mix those things to make your game. I guess the creativity comes in how you mix them. That's my rundown there. I know that's like a huge generalization of everything, but if you have a specific question, that would be easier to answer. Kirby says, basically, I want to learn game dev and my PC can handle Godot, so I guess it'll be a good start. I think it'll be a great start. Honestly, if you really want to start, and depending on your learning style, a lot of people actually, surprisingly, maybe it's not surprising to you, a lot of people ask me whenever they come in here and is like, hey, I want to learn how to use Godot. Where should I start? I don't even go for tutorials. I literally go for the documentation, especially if you know a little bit of programming. Go to Godot document and go to getting started. Follow the first 2D or first 3D game. This will give you a basic idea of how Godot is intending to use its structure and how it's intending to use its like signal and commands and like visual representation and all those things, like the collision and all those stuff. So this will get you a great start. And I would say while following this tutorial, you will have some questions, specific questions. Because if you're thinking about your own game, you'll be like, oh, you know what? I can do this, but I want the mechanic to be this other thing in order to make the fun game that I want to make. Then you are starting to ask very specific questions, and you ask those questions online and start researching. So you're learning how to research, you're learning how to find your resources. And then once you're done with that, you can go into doing the whole like coming up with a very specific genre you want to make. So you say, I want to make roguelike deck builder, for example, or I want to make network game. And then you start following those. Same step after following it or in the middle of following it, you have to make it your own. So you ask a question that is relevant to yourself. So say, okay, well, I see that you can do this to call APIs, but I need this very specific data structure. How do I form my payload or whatever, and then you start searching for it. But it's like any kind of coding. That's how it goes. And you can deploy it to Android, yes. Renegade says, oh, Ezra, by the way, I'm working on a Python course. I'm looking for feedback. If you know anyone learning or wants to learn Python, I'm thinking about making a video series too. Ooh, that's great. Yeah. Good luck to you. I'll direct anybody to you. Oh, so sorry. Thanks for the follow, Kirby. Thanks for the follow, DirectXC. Thanks for the follow, Dot. DirectExe says, Developer Ezra, dude, I am in the latter half of my CS Bachelor and I legit feel like I'm just drifting, doing enough to skate by. I notice I only code at school and then come home and crash. Am I burnt out? I want to be a game dev someday, but I haven't done any personal projects. I don't know. I just want to forget about school when I come home, but sharpening my skills on my own can help me in the long run. I'm not wanting to drop out because I paid all this money. I've shown in the past I'm a good student. Oh, yes, that is tough. I mean, depending on your personality, especially for creative types, having to do these like mundane required work can be frustrating, especially because it feels like it's not moving you towards the goal you want. And that is a common feeling. You're not alone in that. But I have to tell you, it does benefit you to learn and master all these things. Maybe grade is not as important as the information, but at the same time, the things that you want to do. Wait, did somebody just plant a new tree? Lineard. Now, if you chat, you'll be able to see your chat here. Things you want to do requires resource. Now, if that's not an issue for yourself because you have a good background in terms of wealth and whatnot, or like safety, then you know what? You don't need all those things. But if you need some sort of scaffolding where you can do it, those things, you do need some plans to kind of help you get through in the rough time. Because at the end of the day, in order for you to do and achieve your creative goal, you need some means to free yourself from the burden of survival in order for you to actually create. Sometimes, yes, it's true. Sometimes from the desperation of survival, some great art and great work can come out. But, it's a balance. So, the case is that some people are successful just dropping out of school and making their own product immediately. But as you said, right now, while focusing on school, you can't do a side work because you're burnt out. And that's understandable. I think what you need to, this is something that I learned later in my life, is that, so the overachievers or people who are creative or people who wants to do things, we often find the procrastination never ending, because when you are taking break from your main work, what do? You feel guilty about it. Or you're constantly thinking about something else that you should be doing while resting. What that does is that your rest becomes unrestful because you're paranoid about the things that you're not doing while trying to do the resting that is necessary. You got to include the break as part of the process. Your 100%, when people say you got to give your 100% to things, people misunderstand it to be like, oh, your 100% is at every waking moment. If you're not working towards your goal, you're not doing it like actively. Well, working towards your goal, what does it look like? It actually looks like taking your 8 hours of sleep or playing your games for 2 hours with your friend, because those are the restoration that allows you to perform better later. Because otherwise, your brain gets a little foggy, or like you don't have motivations. That's actually all part of it. You can't be like, oh, you just got to suck it up and do it, when that is part of the calculation. It's like trying to water the plant every 2 hours and hoping that it'll grow faster. It doesn't. You need to water it every now and then. You need to let it digest the resources and it'll grow eventually. So enjoy your downtime, making sure that you don't feel like you're doing something you're not supposed to do. The burnout, the rest, crashing, do it guilt-free. And eventually, once you catch up and be used to those feelings, you'll find space, I think. McCray says, have you tried looking into game jams, maybe making a team so you have pressure to creating some? I mean, that's always a good thing. If you have some sort of urgency on creating something forcefully, that does get you kind of going too. But yeah. Kirby says, that's a good explanation. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Dot says, hey, just doing some late night browsing on game dev streams. Hehe. Never been on this part of Twitch before. Oh, well, welcome, Dot. We're working on our little Twitch interaction thing. We're making this little program to interact with the Twitch chat. So right now, if you redeem plant seed, you can get little plant here and you can water it. And when you chat, it should pop up over here. My end goal is that we have a thing called Strawberry Folk. That's our little, what do you call? That's our little mascot, as you can tell from our emotes. And we have Wiseberry, we got Barry Allen. This is a little creepy strawberry thing. The lore is kind of deep, the way we got into it. We want them to spawn, so people will use their points to have stream presence, so they can have their chat show up, and maybe there's a little mini game that we can play. That's all part of the plan here. Could be fun. Oh, thanks for the bits, Mars. Welcome. All right. I need to fix some of these like overlap though. Right now, Mikuri and Dot is right next to each other, so it might be a little confusing. But you can water them to make them grow. See, Renegade has a little bit of young adult growth. So I'm adding more flowers right now. I want them to eventually spawn little berry folk, and that'll be cute. All right. Dark DXC, I hope that helped you or answering you. But here we are. Empty here. We're going to make this auto. And then how long have I been streaming? Only 2 hours, right? So we're good here, I think. We'll have a spawn animation. Spawn animation for the gachapon. We got the flower bud, I think. Yeah. Let's do 64 by 64. Oh, shading looks a little weak. Why does it look so weak in this? Huh. Maybe I do need to increase it. Did I save this correctly? Well, oh well. Well, whatever. Spawn is 8 FPS, I think. So I'll make this 8. No loop. Default is a loop. And I'm thinking that's 6 FPS. Yeah. So we'll make this 6. Then put that flower. Oh, yeah. Sway. And then add this. So it'll go back and forth. Here's a 1. Okay. Not bad. By default, it's empty. Grown default, baby sprout default, and then I'll have the flower bud. Looks great. I think this is looking good. Okay, so I'm going to hide. Well, not hide. I'm going to have this all set to empty real quick. All right. Mars says, I'm working in a test room where I'm building different interaction with a box. What kind of box? Is this a game or are you saying in real life? Wow, that's a gigantic fig. Nice. Cute. Direct says, I actually am on a team now as the assets person. We're making a fan game that serves as a sequel to Thunder Force. Ooh, fun. This is a free roam side-scrolling space shooter series from 16-bit era. We're all diehard fans, and the project is being built in Godot 4. Great. Nice. You have something you love. Well, hopefully something comes out of it where it'll carry you through, motivating you through either quitting or finishing your school. Mars says, oh, well, I already read that. All right. Good enough. Okay, next. Over here, we got the mature and then flower. I guess before... budding. We'll have budding here. And I suppose on next stage here, if we're on mature, we want to go to budding, I think. And we'll say if we're on budding, then we'll move on to the state of flowering. Oh, shoot. Ah. Resume. Hold on. Not declared in the current scope. I misspelled it. Okay, the hot load is okay. All right, hopefully that didn't break anything. I know I have this like app running at the same time, so if it crashes, all you guys are going to lose your plants, which is okay because I made the planting fee really cheap while it's testing. So you guys are assuming the risk, but it's only like 10 channel points, so. Mars says, in Godot, we're building a kind of Zelda-style game and am working on game mechanics. So I am building different rooms where I can test different mechanics. Oh, I see. Fun. And be able to, like, put together a room. Oh. Oh, the chat broke it. Hold on, what happened here? Non-existent functions say in base control. Uh-oh. The gachapon. I think I might have a broken run here. Hopefully it's okay. Get plant, which will be berry gachapon, and we do have a save function, right? Okay, good. Huh, weird. Mars says it's 100 channel points. Okay, fine. I'll reduce it again. I'll make it 10. Because it's not... I mean, the actual cost will be more later. But for now, I definitely wanted to make it so that you guys can just test it without having to worry about it. I wonder if I can make it 1. Oh, I can. Nice. You know what? I'll make it 1 here too. Just don't spam it, okay? Don't spam it. Because that might break everything. Let me restart. All right. Well, actually, just give me a second. I'm going to implement the budding part and then restart. So over here on state change, when we go from seed state, we're going to budding. Then we say begin bud growth. And that will be simply over here. 0, 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4 of them, so it should be okay. And then instead of grown, we're going to put this new one, flower bud, and basically same thing here. Begin bud growth will be this. We are spawning it. Wait on this animation and play default. All right, I'm going to test this out real quick. All right, start it. First of all, I'm going to try to redeem the seed for myself. Redeem seed. Okay, I see it, I see it. It spawned a little plant. Next, I want to chat, test. Okay, it's still there. Nothing crazy. Gonna water it. Water it again. Water. Oh my gosh, 5 water is kind of a lot, huh? I wonder if we need to reduce the water amount. All right, that animation is cute, working. All right, next one. Maybe I need to make it 3. 5 seems a little bit too much. I guess it really depends on the price later. Yeah, I'm going to reduce it to 3, I think. Oh, did you see that animation? That was pretty sick. All right. Yay, plant. Oh, but what happened to the water meter? And why did it disappear? Why does the water meter go away after that? Begin bud growth. Oh, I guess I didn't set the water value down. State changed. Next stage. Water the plant. Water value goes to 0. Huh. Why did it become invisible, I wonder? Flower. We're going to budding. If we're in budding, do bud growth. It grew. Let's see what's happening. Relay berry area. We have water meter, which is off. I wonder what's setting it off. Oh. Max is 5, current value 0. Interesting. Oh, the icons are here. Oh, something's keep turning it off. Oh, I know what it is. It's the water meter. Water meter visible? Yeah, I gotta add the state here. Seed state budding. There you go. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it 3 instead of 5. I think 3 is a little bit too much. Change it to, or 5 is a little too much. There you go. Okay. Little cute little plants. Chat test. Yeah, there it is. Fun. Hotel Soap says, have you seen the banana game on Steam? It shows you don't need to do anything fancy to make a popular game. Oh, no, I haven't seen it. But, you know, that is always the case. It just needs to be fun. And fancy does not equal fun. Sometimes fancy games are boring. Most of the time, actually. So I believe that. I believe that. Renegade says, chat in French is cat. The emote works too, surprisingly. Here it is. All right, so we got the little bud that's moving around. Fun. Renegade 0 or Renegade is still trying to increase their plant. I wonder if it needs to be a little bit bigger though. Should I scale it up like by 3? Let me see if I can scale it up. See what that looks like. What if I do 2 or 3? Oh, it's not increasing it here. Maybe I need to do 2. Do 2. How big is it actually, you know? Maybe I could see right here. Scale. Let's see what 2 looks like. It's pretty big, huh? Maybe it needs to be like 1.5. Doesn't look as good as not scale though, does it? I don't know. We'll see. Cat. Having a good time here. Okay. All right. Anyone in the chat, plant more seeds, please. I want to see more seeds in here. Let's stress test this. It's the testing plant berry seed redemption. It's not permanent, by the way. So if you plant it here and then I restart the stream, it's not going to be there next time. But my hope is that... Oh. My hope is that once we get our little berry folks redeemed, or berry folks spawn, then next time all you have to do is a little chat command to be able to have representation here. Savakujinji Savakujinzik says, I'm new to your streams. Haha, what are you making? We're working on our little Twitch integration game on Godot. So this app right now, on Twitch, people can redeem points, their channel points, to add their little plant to the stream. And right now, if you chat, it should show up as a chat here. So you can be part of the stream a little bit. My long-term goal is that there's like a decoration, little equipments, and different type of skins that people can collect. Hopefully it's not just skin. I actually want it to be a class, like a knight, mage, or like healer, so that people can have little like mini game that they can play, and then, you know, do a little team comp, do a stream raid. Whenever we get raided, ooh, that would be really fun. Whenever we get raided, we get a little raid monster that people have to fight. Oh, that sounds actually pretty fun. So like whenever other streamers come to raid, they get to see what they are. Fun, fun, fun. Dot says, streamer loot. The rest of us got 5 water. Haha. Yeah, no, I know. Because 5 was default. And I think it just kind of resets to default. Sorry. It's okay. It doesn't cost anything, okay? Savakunzik says, wow, that actually sounds really good. How are you integrating Twitch, if you don't mind me asking? Haha. Well, so, you know, it's an API call, but I'm actually using, so we have our friend, he's a streamer, and there's a plugin called Twitcher that's developed by Connie Dev. And that allows you to do a bunch of like authentication and all the Twitch functions and stuff like that. So that's what we're using. And it's actually really good. Straightforward. I had to do a little optimization here and there, but for the most part, it works really well. It's fun, I would have to say. But yeah. Let's see. The name that I can't read says, hello from Russia. Ezra, I watched your 2-hour videos right now. Oh, fun. Thank you. Thanks for doing that. Here, hold on. I know a Russian. Dobraya utra. That's Dobraya utra. That's all I know. Joe says, can we report blood ads? Because it keeps coming up. What? What's a blood ad? Yeah, sure. Report the ad. I mean, if you don't want the ad, I don't know what ad it could be. I don't get to control what ads you get, so. Hypnotic says, so you going to Godot Fest, you dunce? Oh, shoot. You're right. Well, it's looking more and more like no so far. I really want to go, but I need my YouTube to pop up before I can be like, okay, I feel safe about traveling. And hold on. It's November though. I guess I have time to decide. That seems doable. I don't have anything else going on. It's happening in München, Deutschland. Boo, says Hypnotic. Hey, look, it's not a no. It's not a definite no. I'm still considering it. It's hard. I mean, I've already done the other Godot stuff, so we'll see. That's good. It means good morning. Nice accent. Thank you. Thank you. I'll learn more Russian later. Savakujinzik says, nice. I'm trying to get back into game dev, but I can't for the life of me find ideas, lol. it'll come. You know, there's nothing wrong with copying ideas either, so. Renegade, this is it. We just made this. We don't have the flower yet. We got to make a flower version of this now. This is such a long process. This animation is such a pain to make. Even though it's only 5 frame right now. We got the spawn. We got this. Whew. Oh boy. Null Studio is trying to get to this Renegade's level. Okay. A little preview of Berry Folk. You want to see what the Berry Folks look like? Well, at least the base version. There he is. Look, he walks like this. He goes. Aren't you excited to have one of your own Berry Folk? And Renegade says, "Oh, I thought I was gonna break it. Figured my cats break my stuff all the time. My turn to be evil." Null Studio is trying to plant another one. I don't think right now it just ignores your command. If you already have a representation, then it doesn't do anything. Even though I should probably refund the point immediately. But we'll see. I meant to water. Oh, I see. All right. Next up. Well, while we have the time, we got to do this. Okay, so we got the little bud. And so I suppose we need to flower now. I think. The bud needs to flower. And then flower becomes fruit. Right? Unless the flowering is the fruiting. Maybe we skip the flower and become a fruit immediately? Nah, we need to have flower. Somebody's going to yell at me being like, that's not how plants work. So, all right. Okay. Plant with flowers. I mean, technically we could say it's flower. You know what? I'm going to just open up and have the strawberry folk just chilling in there. Okay. All right. Let's see. So from here, what we're going to do is, let's see. What's the best way to do this? We're going to open up this bud, create a new layer. So we'll do this, and on here we'll do little opening animation maybe. Oh gosh, my wrist hurts. I really don't know how to read your name. Sorry, your Russian name is hard to read. Your trigonometry is crazy in how to do Balatra on Godot. I can't sleep before it or after it. Is it crazy? I mean, I don't even think it's the best way to do it, but I'm glad that you find it fun. I know it can be interesting. Joe says, sorry for my shite English. What I mean is I hate ads in YouTube. Oh, yeah, I don't know how to turn that off, and I'm not even turning it on myself. But it does give me, that's how I get paid, so I can't completely turn it off. Some people might be like, just be a member, just pay YouTube to do membership. Hello? No, I don't know. I know, I understand. And they made it so that you can't do ad block anymore, so that is a pain. Okay. All right, I'm going to have this flower open up a little bit. So I think it seems like there's like a little white and yellow flower. Ooh, like this is what it looks like. So we'll choose some color here. Let's see. So for the color palette, let's go for something that is yellow, but I want it kind of vibrant. So we'll come over here, maybe closer to orange so it can have a good contrast. That yellow is pretty intense, so I'm going to lower the darkness. There you go. And then we'll have the white that's going to be more, let's see, closer to desaturated orange. Like that. So that'll be our white. Oh, maybe it needs to be brighter. It's actually pretty bright. We'll just have a slight tinge of color. Like, what would you call this white? It'll be like... Okay. And then... Yeah. All right. So we're going to open this up. It's going to go... Whoop, and then have a little flower. Flower with... I don't know if it should have a berry folk inside already or not. That's the question. Joe says, may I ask, what is your PC system spec? It's not that great. So my PC is great. My gaming setup is separate. My streaming setup, however, is a laptop, actually. It's overheating right now. I can feel it. It's really hot. Let's see. Let's take a look, shall we? We got, it's a laptop. It's a Zephyrus S. It's the Asus ROG gaming laptop, but it's an old one. It's got i7 9750 as a CPU, 2.6 gigahertz with 6 core. Oh, well, 12 virtual, I guess. And then the RAM, we have 32 gig of RAM. The graphics is integrated graphics, obviously, because it's a laptop. But I do believe they have a special type of integrated graphics, which I can't find the information of. Where is it? I do believe it was like 1060 level. Device manager, maybe? I don't know where I find these. Renegades are lurking. You've left us. Let's see. Display adapter. NVIDIA GeForce 2080. But it's not really 2080. It's like 2080 architecture for a laptop. It says 2080 with Max-Q design. So I don't know how fast that actually is. So that's a spec. Let's see. You're so smart for me and my mind. I'll try watch all your videos to be a little bit better in coding and in other things. Oh, thank you. I know it takes time. It's not that I'm smart. It's just that I have a lot of experience. So I've accumulated some of these knowledge over years. Let's see. Haval Savo. Oh, Savo. Wait, hold on. You can only plant one berry at a time. It's just going to ignore all your requests. I need to make it so that it refunds automatically. In order for you to grow it, you need to water it. Try the testing water berry folk redemption. Here, I'll refund your points. Not that you're using a lot. It's just 1 point at a time, but I'll be fair. Here, reject, 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 reject. There you go. Yeah. Oh, Hypnotic. I didn't even realize you planted your little seeds. Are you streaming right now? Maybe you must be. Okay, flowering. Okay, so I gotta make it so that this starts to spread. I think what I want to do here is maybe... Here, I'm gonna do silhouette first. I'll do like this. Anticipation frame. So I think the anticipation frame is more like... Hypnotic's like, Waterberry folk. That's his way of saying yes. I know it. I'm going to take this real quick like this. Actually, I'll take the normal one. And what I'm going to do here, I do wonder if I should have made the bud its own layer. A little bit of regrets here. You know what? I'm going to do this. So we're going to do, we need an anticipation frame. So how that's going to work, I think, hopefully, is do this, cut this part out, put the bud in here. Oh my gosh. Itchy ear. Ugh. No, I clean my ear, I swear. Don't judge me. Savakunjik says, yeah, thank you. Yeah, haha. Oh, you must be delayed a little bit. I think you're answering other stuff. Okay, fun stuff. All right, so anticipation frame means it gets fat, right? It's going to go fat and short. So ideally it's this, right? I'm just going to do silhouettes first for now. It gets really fat and round. So it goes from boop, whoop, and then what? Oh, new frame. And then, right? A smear frame, an explosion. So the explosion is something like that. And I suppose, I don't know. Probably should have some sort of action line, like so. Uh-huh. I know. It looks awful right now, but a lot of the pixel art is just trusting the process. Also, the strawberry flower is not pointy, so probably we'll have to do a lot of like rounded petal thing. Might have to do some sort of action line for the smear. Oh, how many petals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like technically it's not actually a strawberry, so like I shouldn't have to be like lore accurate strawberry here for the flowering, but you know, there's some plant enthusiasts out there that's going to be like, beep, 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 beep. And I'll be like, yeah, whatever. I guess that is a little bit too quick. I do think that there needs to be an action line. Maybe some sort of smoke. I think there should be a smoke, honestly. So we go from boop, boop. Green line, I suppose. Hold on. There's definitely a frame missing here. We go. Like that, right? Boom. Oh, wrong one. I don't know how I'm going to do this, actually. A little complicated. This transition between here to here. Do I have to do it slowly? Maybe I do. Anticipation. Maybe a peak. Maybe I need to give it a little peak. So we go. Like so. Boom, boom. this line is really hard. Transition. Oops. Ugh. Dun, dun, done. Green line, maybe. Maybe I need to give the little green line smearing to give that feeling of movement. Bum. And then have it disappear. So it's spreading like that. Boom, boom, pop. And then basically dissipate these lines like a trail line. Like the mirage or smoke that's fading away. You know? Yeah. So have this go like that. Go like that. Fading away, fading away, fading away, fading away. So it's like boom. And then in the center, you see a little yellow center. Yeah. Little yellow center remaining. So go boom, fade. And finally, you get your complete flower shape. Like so. Like that. I can hear you guys really watering the plant diligently. So we were talking about how we should make it so that your strawberry folks or your plants starts to wither if you don't come every stream. Every stream that you miss, your little strawberry folk withers away. So do you want to be a strawberry killer? Otherwise, if not, you better come watch my stream every day is the idea. Okay. I think that works actually. Like that. Pretty flower. Okay, I'm going to give a little bit of shading here. I'm not going to go too crazy, but just a tiny bit of warmth. Thanks for the follow. Haval Savo. Am I saying that right? You're right here. I see you. You've just made your Mex plant. I see it. We got Renegade. We got Haval Savo. We got Null Studio. Hypnotic is still only 2 water in. And then I think we were talking about it briefly, but it would be cool to have some sort of like faction war thing. Where where some of the strawberry folks can like be in a team to do like team challenge in the stream. That could be really fun, I think. A lot of ideas, honestly. It got me really thinking about a few things. I'm looking at the references here to make sure that the colors look okay. Valseva was like, yeah, wow, you're saying it correctly, haha. Am I? I feel like I'm not doing it right. Oh, you definitely broke it, dude. The water icon is gone. Well, it's maxed out, I guess. Good job, everyone. Good job. You definitely broke it. It's okay. It's okay. This is a testing mode right now. So all the things you guys are doing right now is going to disappear. So, okay. I'm going to imagine the sun is here and anything that's turned away will be shaded. Like so. And basically the petals that are tucked away should feel a little bit more shaded than the ones that are not. I might have to change the color a little bit, but I think this is okay. Pretty color. I think this is kind of turned away a little bit. So I'll do this, I think. Then you see a little bit of color here, I think. I don't want it to be too realistic. Just needs to, once again, deliver on the promise of the illusion. It's my favorite thing to say here whenever I do pixel art. Is like, it doesn't have to be real. It doesn't have to be realistic. It just needs to give the illusion of realism. I guess it really depends on the shape that we're looking at. It's hard to tell what the lighting situation is. I might actually, hold on. I'm going to brighten this up a little bit. There you go. Just not too crazy. Oops. Okay. So this is the flowering. Boop. So we go from blah, 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 blah. I feel like there's needs to be a little bit yellow showing up here, I guess. Okay. That's a little better. There you go. Okay. Flower. I don't know if I'm going to have one more stage after this or not. But at least I have this. So we'll put this as a sheet. Flower. Okay. Yes. Export. And that means we'll come to this one. Animated Sprite 2D. Flower itself. Hold on, did I? Wait, what happened? Flower. Flower. I guess I didn't really save it. Did I break something? Oh no, I broke it. Oh, hold on. Boom, boom. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I know that your plants are freaking out right now. Uh-huh. Oh, goodness. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, ow. Ooh, what was that? Oh, gosh. Oh, something just like really sharp hurts. Not really sure what's happening here. Hold on. I thought I fixed it. Yeah. Flower's not doing anything. Maybe it takes time to take effect. On export, sprite sheet, flower bud. Yep. Ah, come on. Hey, why is it doing that? What's actually playing here? Flower bud. Uh-huh. Oh, where did I save it in? Is it the baby sprout? I'm not really sure what's happening here. Hold on. One of these are messed up, and I need to figure it out. Oh, I broke the grown sprout. What was a grown sprout? The baby grown. Okay, so I need to fix the grown sprout. This is the grown sprout. Okay. Sprite sheet. Small plant. Baby sprout. Flower bud. Hey, it seems like it's... Okay, is that better? It has the palette on it, though. To make sure it doesn't have this. Okay. One more time. Export sprite sheet, small plant. Phew. Okay, I think that's fixed. All right. Phew. Okay, that was weird. But it's okay. So start set empty. Everybody starts at empty. And then our little flower is going to have a sprite frame called empty and spawn empty. Spawn. Oops. Stop. Spawn. Empty is just going to be empty. The spawn will have the flower. Like that. That looks okay. We're going to make it 8. Yeah. That looks okay now. Right. With everybody else, we'll have a little bit of flowers just chilling in here. And basically over here, I think, is where we want it. Flower bud. There it is. Okay, the flower will be sitting here. Perfect. Almost perfect. I do wonder if I should just line it up like this. Oh, it doesn't line up quite. Okay. There you go. Empty, spawn, and default. Play. Yeah. Like that. Yay! Okay, that looks good. So what we're going to do here is the last step, which is flowering, and then the strawberry folks should spawn from there. So flower is right here. And water meter is fine. Flower here. On the next step, we'll have function called begin flowering. And we're going to have exactly the same thing, except this will be just called flower. We're spawning flower. And we'll be playing this. And on the next stage, when we flower, we'll say seed state flower. Is it called flower? Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to tell what I'm doing. Begin flowering. All right. Now, if you guys water your things, it should get to a flowering stage. Technically, I think. I'll do mine. So mine is over here. So I'm going to redeem some watering. Time to test the next stage of our little plant. Uh-huh. Last one. Boom. Oh, error. I cannot call method. Oh, it's null because, right, it wasn't there before. All right, sorry, all your plants died. It's okay. You guys knew that was going to happen. Oh, it's big. The plants got bigger. Okay, hold on. Let me do it here. Let me do it on screen so you guys have no mystery on what I'm doing. Oops. Nice, nice. Isn't that cool? It's so fun. I like it's so satisfying to see the animation just pop like that. I accidentally made a cozy farming game. Okay. Well, now that the plant is there, I think we should probably have the strawberry folk spawn. And I think I can do that. We'll play the spawn animation, the little explosion thing. So we'll have main. The gachapon should probably signal berry spawned. Yeah. Which should... I don't know if this should be canvas layer. Okay. Berry spawned or spawn berry. Which will be once the flowering finishes, it requests the game to spawn the berry. And then the game should hear that, I think. So we got the gachapon here. When it gets created, we definitely want to connect the signal. Gachapon, connect, or berry, spawn berry, connect on berry spawn. And we're going to have a function for that. We still need to identify which user spawned a berry. So in that case, I think the gachapon probably should have user ID as part of its property or variable. So we'll have our user ID, which is the owner ID essentially, which gets included when it's being created. So on main, when it's getting created, before registering, give user ID to user ID. And when the berry spawns, I want it to give me the user ID for it. Whoops. Okay. All right. Few things here. We got to do berry folk spawn thing. I definitely want to have... Suppose I could have a canvas layer of the game world. I don't know if I should use the same one. I guess I should. So I'll say over here when I do gachapon, when berry spawns, we provide user ID, spawn berry command, and we'll give user ID as part of this property. And on the main, when I receive this, we're going to say, okay, we're going to create a berry folk. I suppose we should give it a collision. Collision shape. Actually, I mean, only reason I would need collision shape is to interact with the world, like so that it doesn't fall through. So we'll do that probably. So we'll have little pill shape. Give it a pill shape. And for collision, we'll have few here. Character collision. And then have world collision. It lives in character collision, but doesn't only listens to world collision, basically. And in the main, I think I want a static body with the collision shape of rectangle, I guess. And just put it down here. And we'll put this static body collision shape to be something long. I do feel like this is a little hacky way of doing things, but who's judging here? Not me. That's for sure. Okay. So this one is going to reside in world collision and is listening to character and world collision. And Berry Folk, I want to make it so that, oh my gosh. We want to make it so that on process, Fonk process, delta float, we want to feel the gravity or 2 in the bottom direction, and velocity is always gravity times the delta, right? Because that's how much the velocity is changing. This is a character body, right? Huh. Why does it not like that? Oh, delta is not a real thing. Okay. Delta like this, and then move and slide. So gravity is always pulling it down. And so when I'm spawning a Berry Folk, we'll say const Berry Folk scene preload the Berry Folk, and on here we'll create or instantiate Berry Folk will be a Berry Folk. We'll put this person on the position that is the position of the gachapon, which will be user manager position. Oh. Get plant user ID position. So their position is the same. And then I have to do some sort of adjustment here. Because technically, Berry Gachapon, we want the... So if we put the flower up, we want Berry Folk. Whoa! Oh, gosh. Oh, I see. It's significantly larger. Let's see, hold on. There you go. Whoops. I'm gonna have to change all this then. Text bubble will be down here. Name card will be down here. Collision shape. Make it short. It's kind of funny actually. So we'll have the Berry Folk spawn over here, which is -13 and 43. Hold on. -12 and -43.5. So that is -12, -40.5. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to do... We'll do the spawn animation. Null Studio says, hi, I'm back. Sorry, your plants are dead because I had to make some changes. But it's okay. We're going to have even better plants. Welcome back. Okay, so we're going to have Berry Folk spawn on that location. We got the position. We will register user manager. Register user Berry Folk. User ID to the Berry Folk. And then what? And then we got to add to the berry area. Probably not. We'll see. Do I do anything with berry area? Hold on. We don't just get children of berry area, do we? No. Okay. Maybe. Okay, so with a child to the berry area, the Berry Folk gets added. It'll drop. What else? Before doing that, I want to do a little animation. We'll do a little spawn animation. How about that? We'll have birth. And that will be an explosion. Actually, I might have to relayer that one. Let's do this one without the seed. Yeah. So we'll have export explode and cloud. Excuse me. And then we'll have, we'll probably not do this actually. Get rid of this birth thing. We'll add another animated sprite here. Animated sprite. Say explosion. Make a new one. And run. That'll be this. Like so. That'll be like that. No loop. Default here. So what we're going to do. Hi, Eduardo. No more cat on screen. I'm heartbroken. I'm sorry, but it's going to be there. Just give me a second. We're looking for a new redemption program right now. So we're making it so that way you can have all the cats you want. So for example, right now, hold on, you gotta wait, Eduardo, let me play. It's not running right now. Just give me a second. Give me a second, please. Please wait. Save it. Hold on. So wait. I'll tell you when you can do it. Okay, I'll tell you when you can do it. Just give me a second. I'm trying to do one last thing here. Can you stop, please? Just wait. I promise you it'll be there. It'll be there. Funk birth spawn play spawn. I want to make it so that the explosion plays run. And then this becomes, oops, animate it, sprite 2D. Where'd it go? Becomes visible. This starts as invisible, I think. Is walking, is resting. And we'll have var is born. Set value. Born equals value. If is node ready, then we're going to do select animation thing. So when this is set, if is born, it's going to be all false until this, I think. Or actually, it should be if is born. If it's not born, return. If it is born, we're going to do all these things. When we should probably not do this actually. Play spawn. Probably don't do this. Is born equals true here. Set this to visible. Play explosion. Drop this. Eduardo says, how hard is it to make an isometric game? It's surprisingly difficult, but you know, once you get used to the layout and everything, it's manageable for sure. Ooh, I've been streaming for a while. I should probably end here in a bit. But yeah, I mean, isometric game is pretty fun to make, but it can get a little tricky. But at least the tile map layer on Godot makes it so that it's pretty manageable. There's enough documentation. So when I do it, explosion plays to the run, sets it to visible, blah, blah, blah. I think it needs to have empty here so that it goes away after. All right. So on the main, when we're giving the berry folk, you want to say berry folk play spawn. And then this, I think we want to do explosion is playing. If it is still playing, we await on explosion to finish. And when this is born, then we start making it be affected by gravity. All right, bye, Renegade. Thanks for stopping by. We'll be done with the stream here in a bit. Somebody said, I can't read your name. It's too many consonants says, I couldn't live stream me making a game. I do so much stopping and thinking. It would be so boring. But I'm making voxel terrain editing tool and the terrain sculpting. It kind of hard to figure out, but I like watching, learning. Oh, that's good. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a skill that you learn to think out loud. But I also know that there are a lot of streamers out there that, especially for development, that doesn't always say everything they are thinking about. I just got really used to it. It's definitely a lot of talking, though. Okay, berry folk play spawn. Once this done, it's gonna be affected by the gravity, I think. All right, let me test this real quick. Hopefully it'll work. I might have to get rid of the plant afterwards, but here, so I can plant a seed. All right. And then I'm going to water it several times. Pop up the chat here real quick so I can see it. So I don't have to turn my head. So do a... Where's the water? There we go. Keep watering. Hey, no studio. Hey, we're still testing. This might not work. I definitely need to queue up messages so that if there's multiple contending things going on, that it doesn't lose any information. Oh. Where's it going? Where's it going? That's definitely not where we... No. Hold on. Very folk. I lost him. Shoot. Yeah, wrong side. 0 and 10. There you go. That was really slow. Also, he's really tiny. I think I'm gonna make him a little bit bigger. Maybe 2 times bigger. Yeah, is that better? I think that's a little bit better. Like that. We'll put the text bubbles right here. Name card over here. All right. It's a little bit better. Collision shape. Ah. There you go. I lost my strawberry folk. Also, I need to make sure... Forgot to put name on him. So, berry folk. Name card. Or, hold on. Username. Right, username needs to be set to... Oh, shoot. I guess I should bind this. Bind gachapon. And so that it can have gachapon, berry gachapon. Thanks for the raid. Oh my gosh. I'm about done here. Thanks for the raiders. Wallaber. Okay, I guess I should give Wallaber a shout out here. I'll also follow you real quick. Hey, Exo Drifter. Exo, I haven't seen you in a while. Exo says, wow, it's Ezra. No way. What do you mean? I'm here around. Raid message. Thanks for raiders. Shout out to Wallaber. Welcome. We're getting to the end of it, I think, but we'll see. Hold on. Oliver says classic rating at the end. Exactly. I mean, this is also a kind of unusual hour for me. I don't usually stream at this hour. So that's probably why we finally run into each other. Well, I mean, I have like a few projects I work on. Right now, we're working on our little Twitch interaction game thing. Yeah, of course, we do game development here, specifically Godot-based stuff. Our little mascot is a character called Berry Folks. We have emotes based on the Berry Folks. It's the creepy berries. And basically, I'm trying to make it so that people can plant little plants with their redemption and then grow their little plants to have a little blind box gachapon Berry Folk raffle thing. So they can have a chat presence in the whatever you call this. Seems like the chat is not working right now. So we're testing that right now. So having a lot of fun. I have a lot of interesting idea. So for example, it would be cool if there is a raid boss fight whenever somebody raids me. So whenever it, like, for example, you would be represented as a little big bad monster. And as a thanks to raiding us, we would defeat you as a berry folk, you know? Nulcio says, no, my berry folk died. Yeah, I had to reset, sorry. So, okay, we're binding gachapon. This might actually not work out. But we'll see. Okay, so username will equal to gachapon username here. Once we add child, we should probably queue free this. But before that, I should also deregister user manager. We'll have func deregister user plant user ID, and that'll just simply erase it. User ID erase user ID here. Okay, so I'll move it over here. Been having a lot of fun. Wallaber says, growing flowers based on Chet is a fun idea, or based on Redeem, I guess. Yeah. I really want to have this like collection thing where you can like change using the redemption to get different like set of equipments or skins or classes of these characters, and then using Chet command to change equipments and loadouts in the stream. I just like the idea of it. I'm not sure how well it's gonna work, because I have a feeling sometimes like I'll just have to keep the stream on and not do anything because people are gonna be just doing their own thing with the characters. So I don't know. Thank you. User manager. We're gonna deregister user plant for the user ID, so it's no longer there. We're freeing the berry. The berry folk will spawn and come out. The chat message. Hold on. Let me test something real quick. Potential little break. All right, it's there. I'm going to redeem my plant seed real quick. Test chat. Why is it so big? Okay, it's working. I'll water my plant a few times. Water, water, water. But yeah. Here. But yeah. Well, I hope your stream was fruitful today. I'm sorry that I have to go so quickly. I will remember to follow you, though, so that next time I can raid you back. It's funny, anytime somebody raids me for the first time, I always have to be like, oh, I gotta go. Sorry. See, Ezra special, I think. All right, all right. Got this. Still working. Uh-huh. All right, let's get the flower and a berry folk in. I know there's probably a race condition. Okay. All right. So it's still there. Scale is a little different. The name is not centered. I definitely need to make the gravity heavier. I think 10 is a little bit weak. Berry folk. Maybe it needs to be 100. Here, let me change him. Can I change his position on live like this? Say 0. Whee! I think it needs to be 1,000 actually. Okay, maybe 980. A little bit better. Sorry. The JDKKSFKKXKS on YouTube was chatting me up, but I didn't see any of the chat because I've been busy. But yeah, okay, so we got the little character. We want to make sure that the Berry Folks name label grows in the right direction. So we have it here. We'll do custom anchor and grow in both directions so that it's centered. Let's see. Gachapon. Right now it's scaled to 1. I guess we can do scale to, well, 2, then we'll scale back to 1 now. Hopefully that'll work. Flower bud will be empty. Flower will be empty. Okay. All right. Time to restart and test, and then I'll raid out. Might be everyone. Pop out. Libra, I like the idea. Thank you. That's not it. Plant the seed. Okay, something's hiding, I think. Is it there? Okay, it's there. It's super tiny. It's still cute, I think. All right, let's water these. I feel like the berry folk maybe needs to be scaled up. But plant being this small is okay, I think. I'm okay with the plants being this small. All right, one more time. There you go. Okay, that animation is a little bit out of scale, but it's okay. Hello. All right. Nice. Yeah, we do need to make him walk around, but for now, I think this will have to do. Okay. I suppose before I forget, I should git commit this. So Twitch. Add, let's see, all of this. Boop, git commit. Berry folk spawn finished. Let's see. Otherwise, we are here and we are good. Let's see. Oh, wrong one. Ray channel. Let's see if we got now. Oh, we got Fern back online. I don't know. Has it been a while? We did Curdle recently, I think. We got Hypnotic or Fern. You know what? Hypnotic, because Hypnotic was in the chat, or still is in the chat. That's Hypnotic's strategy. Hypnotic is just, oh my god, where's his hair? Hypnotic, what happened to your hair? Nice, it looks good. All right, we'll raid you right now. Incoming. I know you're listening. Always in the chat, I know. I know you're listening. All right, well, thanks everyone for watching. I'll be here. If you're not following me already and you're interested in the things that I'm doing, of course, follow me. Follow me on YouTube because I got videos. I'll see you next time. Bye. Then I gotta end.